you're going to do when you're making the homemade pie crust is you're going to cut up your butter in little tiny pieces, and then you're going to put it back into the fridge until you're ready to make your pie crust. It needs to be nice and cold. So what you're going to do is you're going to take that and you're going to add that to your bowl first. Okay, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to add your flour, and it's 1 1/4 cups of flour, and the recipe will be below for the pie crust and for the pumpkin filling. So make sure you look below if you don't remember what the ingredients are. But this is a 1 1/4 cup of flour. You're going to add that into your butter. Then you're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then you have your 1/4 cup of ice cold water. And first of all, before we add the water though, we're going to take our pastry blender and we're going to use that to break up the butter. As you can see, it's incorporated the butter. It's about a pea size. When your dough has gotten really cold in the fridge after a few hours, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your dough out of the saran wrap and you're going to divide it into 2, because this you can make this into 2 different crusts. And what you're going to do is you're going to take it and you're going to kind of squish it out just a little bit, sprinkle some flour onto your sheet here, and then you're going to put a little flour onto your rolling pin. This here I've used is wax paper, but you can also use parchment paper or anything else that you have, a board. But here you're going to make sure that if it's kind of sticking like that, you're going to need a little more flour on your rolling pin. And you're going to keep going from side to side and trying to get it to about 11 inches to go into your pie plate. So you just go one on one side, one on the other side, on this side. Try to make it into a circle as much as you can. And the reason why I do it on wax paper, this is what my grandma used to do. The reason I do that is because it makes it much easier to lift it onto your pie plate if you have some wax paper to lift it onto there. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a perfect circle, but it needs to be about this size right here. Then you take your wax paper and you're going to lay the pie crust over the top of the pie plate and gently pull it off so that it doesn't rip holes in it all around the edges, like this. And you pull right off. And you're going to go and take your pie crust around the edges here. Push it up to the edges. You can even turn on under the edges like that a little bit. If there's a hole in it, you can just patch it there with your fingers. Pull it up just a little bit onto the edges. Like this, I'll just kind of tuck under there. And then after you get it nice and even all the way around, then you can use, there's different methods you can use. Probably one of the easiest methods to use to make the edge is you can just put your finger in here like this and make a little edge with your finger. Just push like that and it'll make an edge around your pie.